This video is about John Carter, Warlord of Mars, and his romantic interest, Dejah Thoris, a princess of Mars, both science fiction heroes. They're presented on a chronological series of comic book covers from the Dynamite Entertainment comic book series, John Carter, Warlord of Mars, for all 14 issues from 2014 to 2015. As the covers go by, fascinating information is provided, including origin information, but is not intended to correspond to the specific cover being shown. The Dynamite Entertainment John Carter, Warlord of Mars comic book series, featured in this video, is one of multiple comic book series regarding John Carter and Dejah Thoris published by Dynamite Entertainment. The initial setting for this particular series is as follows. John Carter, Warlord of Mars, returns in a new monthly series officially authorized by Edgar Rice Burroughs, Inc. Superstar writer Ron Mars finally gets to pen the series he always wanted to write, with amazing new art talent Abhishek Malsuni joining him. Return to the exotic landscape of Barsoom, as John Carter has to save his adopted world, not to mention his beloved Dejah Thoris, from an enemy like no other he has ever faced. John Carter must truly become Warlord of Mars against an adversary who is every bit his equal on the savage red planet. An amazing new era for John Carter of Mars starts here. John Carter was created by Edgar Rice Burroughs, who also created his romantic interest, Dejah Thoris, plus many other characters, including Tarzan, Carson of Venus, and Moon Maid. Edgar Rice Burroughs was an American author who lived from 1875 to 1950. He is best known for his prolific output in the adventure, science fiction, and fantasy genres. John Carter and Dejah Thoris debuted in the story Under the Moons of Mars, serialized in the February to July 1972 issues of the all-story pulp magazine. The serialization was published as the novel A Princess of Mars in 1917. In that book, the physical appearance of Dejah Thoris was initially described in part as, save for her highly wrought ornaments, she was entirely naked, nor could any apparel have enhanced the beauty of her perfect and symmetrical figure. 10 more Mars books were published over the next several decades. The Mars series inspired a number of well-known science fiction writers, including Jack Vance, Ray Bradbury, Arthur C. Clarke, Robert A. Heinlein, and John Norman. The series was also inspirational for many scientists in the fields of space exploration and the search for extraterrestrial life, including Carl Sagan, who read A Princess of Mars when he was a child. John Carter of Mars was a major influence on other science fiction tales and characters, including Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon, Superman, Adam Strange, Dune, Star Wars, and Avatar, to name just a few. John Carter is immortal, remembers no childhood, and served in the American Civil War on the side of the Confederacy. The story starts with John Carter, a Civil War veteran, prospecting for gold in Arizona. To escape from hostile Apaches, he enters a cave, and subsequently, he is mysteriously teleported to Mars. On Mars, with its lower gravity, he discovers that he is effectively much stronger than on Earth. For example, he can jump much higher. He soon encounters large green six-limbed creatures called Tharks. The Tharks subsequently capture Dejah Thoris, a princess of Helium, a member of a red-skinned human-like group of Martians, and John Carter rescues her and eventually marries her, and they have a son, Cathoris, and daughter, Tara. Both their children play significant roles in some of the many series stories. Dejah Thoris is courageous, resolute, and beautiful. On Mars, which its natives call Barsoom, Carter encounters both formidable alien creatures resembling the beasts of ancient myth and various humanoids. He finds his true calling in life as a warlord who strives to save the planet's inhabitants. The world was loosely inspired by astronomical speculation at the time the stories were being written. The Mars that John Carter experiences is an Earth-like world that is becoming less hospitable to life due to its advanced age. With dwindling resources, the inhabitants have become hardened and warlike, fighting one another to survive. Once, it was a wet world with continents and oceans, but the seas gradually dried up, leaving it a dry planet of highlands interspersed with moss-covered Dead Sea bottoms. Abandoned cities line the former coasts, and scarce water supplies are distributed via a worldwide system of canals. The thinning atmosphere is artificially replenished by an atmosphere plant on whose function all life on the planet is dependent. In 2009, there was a direct-to-DVD movie titled Princess of Mars. In 2012, there was a Disney movie titled John Carter with Taylor Kitsch as John Carter and Lynn Collins as Dejah Thoris. In the near future, do you want a new live-action movie made about these characters? And if so, do you have any actors that you want cast and as who? More videos like this one, short and longer, can be viewed at the Comic Excitement Convention Science Fiction playlist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.